Welcome to all. I am Dr. Sangeeta Shinde, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Pratishthan Mahavidyalay, Pathan. I am going to present a research paper on topic preparation and characterization of copper oxide nanoparticle synthesis via Sol-Gel method. The outlines of paper is objective of research, introduction to nanotechnology, synthesis of copper oxide nanoparticle, result and discussion. The objective of my research is the synthesis of copper oxide nanoparticles by Sol-Gel technique. The characterization of copper oxide nanoparticles by techniques X-ray diffraction, UV, visible spectra, same to confirm the synthesis of copper oxide nanoparticle size, band gap, energy and structure. What is a nanotechnology? Field of applied science whose theme is the control of matter on an atomic and molecular scale. A nanometer is 1 billion of meter 10 to minus 9 m. This is roughly 10 times the size of an individual atom. The scientist Richard Feynman is the grandfather of nanotechnology. He first conceived the idea of molecular manufacturing in his 1959 speech. There is a plenty of room at the bottom, in which he described the possibility of synthesis via direct manipulation of atoms. These are nanotechnology areas. Nanoparticles, objects with at least one of the dimension in the range 1 to 200 nanometer. Why nanoparticles? High surface area, significant reduction in material usage, unique properties, different from bulk as well as molecules, and it has high reactivity. There are two different approaches for synthesis of nanoparticles. One is the top-down and the other is the bottom-up approach. There are some methods of synthesis. The first is the physical methods, then biological methods and chemical methods. We are interested in chemical methods, that is co-precipitation, Sol-Gel processing, microemulsion, hydrothermal, sonochemical, etc. For the synthesis of copper oxide, the Sol-Gel technique is used. The Sol-Gel method is based on inorganic polymerization reaction. There are four steps: hydrolysis, polycondensation, drying and thermal decomposition. The size of sol particle depends on the solution composition, pH and temperature. In my work, I follow this table. First, the 3 gram of copper chloride is dissolved in a 160 ml of the ethanol. Then the 1.8 gram of NaOH is dissolved in a 50 ml of the ethanol. Then the second solution is added drop wise in a first solution and it is gets stirred continuously at room temperature. Slowly this solution converts into the dark green and after dark green it is converted into the black precipitation which is called as a copper oxide, copper hydroxide. This black precipitation is washed 3 to 4 times with a ethanol. Then it is dry at 60-degree temperature. And after that, this sample is annealed at 200 degree, then 300 degree and then 400 degree. And after that, this annealed powder is grind and so we get the copper oxide nano. Methods for characterization of nanoparticles are to get a particle size, electron microscope, X-ray diffraction, magnetic measurements. Then for surface composition, IR, UV, EDX is used, and for surface morphology, SEM and TEM is used. Result and discussion. In my result and discussion, the synthesis of copper oxide nanoparticles by Sol-Gel method. Then the characterization of copper oxide nanoparticles are done by the X-ray diffraction, then UV, that is visible spectra. Same to confirm synthesis of copper oxide nanoparticle size, band gap energy and structure. We are going to discuss about the XRD, the X-ray diffraction analysis. Here figures show to the right side, this is the X-ray diffraction spectra of a copper oxide nanoparticle. From this, Here, all the peaks can be indexed to the monoclinic crystal system copper oxide, and the crystal size has been estimated from the XRD pattern using the Scher's equation. And here the average crystalline size of copper oxide nanoparticle is found to be around 19.48 nanometer. The next characterization I use is a UV visible spectra. So in a figure, UV visible spectra shows the wavelength versus absorption plot. Copper oxide nanoparticle showed a band at 280 nanometer due to metal interband transition. It also shows a broad absorption peak between the 450 and 550 nanometer can be contributed to the characteristics absorption of copper oxide nanoparticles. This figure B2 shows the plot of HV versus E. In order to calculate the optical band gap of sample by relation to Toesig's relation is used. Here A is the absorption coefficient, B is a material constant, and G is a band gap. The band gap can be estimated by extrapolating the linear region in the plot of HV square versus a photon energy as shown in the figure. The band gap of nano copper oxide is calculated, which is 3.43 eV. It is higher than a reported value of copper oxide in the range from 1.8 to 2.5 eV. The increase in band gap may be due to quantum size effect of synthesized sample. Then the third characterization is the same. So this diagram at the right side clearly shows the shape of the nanoparticle. Here the scanning electron microscope is used, and which shows the same micrograph of the copper oxide nanoparticle at a 15,000 x magnification. The same micrograph indicates needle shape for a copper oxide nanoparticles, and the same reveals the little aggregates of chemically synthesized nanoparticles. Then the conclusions. From my work, I conclude that copper oxide nanoparticle has been synthesized by Sol-Gel method successfully. This method is easy, less time consuming and flexible. Copper oxide nanoparticles is required no expensive material and complicated equipments. XRD pattern confirms the crystalline and monoclinic structure of the copper oxide nanoparticles, and the size of it is around 19.48 nanometer approximately. UV visible spectra gives band gap of nano copper oxide is calculated to which is to be 3.43 eV, which is higher than the reported value of copper oxide in the range of 1.8 to 2.5 eV. Same image of copper oxide nanoparticles showed that the copper oxide nanoparticles were like a needle shape. Accumulation of all experiments confirm the uniformity of synthesized copper oxide nanoparticles. I must be thankful to the Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad for giving the financial assistance to complete minor research project, and also thankful to the Principal Pratishthan Mahavidyalaya for providing necessary laboratory facilities and encouraging for research work for the completion of the project. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.